In this section, we're going to be discussing what is involved when upgrading from PowerPivot 2010. The first thing is good news. They are upgradable. Your PowerPivot 2010 workbooks are upgradable. But it is a one-way street, meaning you cannot revert the upgrade. Once done, that's it. You're in 2013. Because of this reason, it is strongly encouraged for you to make sure you have plenty of copies before upgrading. That way you can draw from any of those. Make many copies, as many as you need or even as you can afford to, because as mentioned, you will not be able to go back. In case you run into any issues, this link should help you troubleshoot some of it. For the most part, it is a straightforward upgrade. The steps involved are the following. Create a copy or copies of your workbook. Emphasis on copies, as many as you want and need and can afford. Open your workbook. Enable the PowerPivot add-in, which should be already enabled. If not, make it available. Click the Manage Ribbon button in the PowerPivot ribbon menu. Get a copy. It might be a while for that to happen, depending on your memory, hardware requirements, etc., etc. Some might be smooth, some might not. So just be cautioned about this. And test thoroughly. Do not get rid of your backup copies until you are absolutely certain things are working in order. Now that we've covered these sections, let's go ahead and take a look at the demo. For the demo of upgrading a PowerPivot 2010 workbook, I borrowed the Contoso Sample DAX Formulas workbook. It is included in your list of files for download if you require to do so. So let's go ahead and start the upgrade process. I'm clicking on the workbook as mentioned before as part of the steps. We've already previously made plenty of copies of this. I'm going to enable content and I'm going to go into PowerPivot. Click Manage Ribbon button and notice that we get the message. This workbook has a PowerPivot data model created using previous version of PowerPivot add-in. You'll need to upgrade this data model with PowerPivot for Excel 2013. Get a cup of coffee or get ready after you click the OK button. Right now it's indicating to us that it is read-only, so it can't be upgraded. Please change it. Not a problem. We click OK and we close the entire workbook. We right-click on the properties. Unclick Read-Only, Applied, and once again we start the process. We go into PowerPivot, Manage, and click OK this time. Notice we get a different message. Do we want to upgrade the workbook? It warns us that you cannot revert. Let's click OK. Notice that it's working. It is doing some processes in the background. And it's starting to do its work. This case seems it's moving quite fast, actually, more than I've seen it previously. And it seems to have to be completed. It's indicating that the workbook has finished successfully. And it's still in compatibility mode, so we have to save it and reopen the workbook. Yes. It's saving, reopening, and loading. Everything seems to have been completed successfully. Let's close and save. Let's go ahead and look at the properties. It's been modified. And let's go ahead and click again. Notice that this time, if we click Manage, we no longer get that message. It's been upgraded already. Takes a little bit to load, goes directly into the PowerPivot area. That is the process of upgrading a PowerPivot 2010 workbook.